Guys, interesting week this week. We got to see the Day of Reckoning, and it was a true game changer in the heavyweight division. For years and years we've got trash talkers saying they could beat this guy, and then we got people defending their titles against nobodies. But this card really put the best of the best fighting each other. So yeah, thanks to Saudi Arabia for that. I'm going to be talking about the main card. So the main game changers, not. So we're going to first talk about Dubois versus Miller, which I think was the highlight of the fight. It was interesting. Miller was talking all this rubbish. The whole week we thought his gas tank will be too much for Dubois, but it wasn't. Miller was just a walking punching bag from the beginning. I don't understand what the game plan was. Maybe he was thinking that Dubois would gas out. But no, it was the wrong game plan. So what Dubois did was perfect. It was from round 1 to 10, which was interesting really. He fought on the back foot, kept the jab, in and out, and he threw combinations, which is what stung Miller. But what stung Miller the most was the jab. And then I heard from the commentary Don Charles talking about not holding and moving in and out throughout. And but I think what Dubois did was correct, holding Miller, because Dubois was strong. He was pushing Miller back. It wasn't like he was getting pushed back. But I think when he went in, he smothered Miller's work as well. So Miller couldn't land any proper punches. So what he was doing when he went inside, he was just resting on Miller, giving him a bit of time, and then going back to the boxing. And this fight showed that Dubois is not a quitter. And yeah, good fight from Dubois. Yes, another one is Bivol versus Arthur. We guessed how it was gonna happen. Bivol's an in and out with his pendulum step, jab step, jab cross hook, jab step, jab cross uppercut, combination punches in and out. Typical Bivol style. So yeah, that was good. Interesting one. Wilder versus Parker. For years and years, this was expected. If you look at Deontay's record, the only good guy he beat was Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz was 45 back then. Maybe he might have even been 50. God knows. The Cubans, they don't tell the truth about their age in boxing. But yeah, he hasn't the best opponent he fought was Fury, which he lost 3 times. And second to that, Joseph Parker would have been the best. So this was he's a one-trick pony. That's all he has, the right hand. And once Joseph managed to neutralize that right hand by going close distance when he was about to throw the right hand, smothered Wilder's right hand, his main work, the right hand. Wilder couldn't do anything else. Doesn't have a jab, doesn't have proper footwork, can't move in and out, no head movement. He's just a one-dimensional fighter, which makes me think what was Malik Scott was teaching. For 2 years, they were talking about working on his technique and this and that. I saw absolutely nothing. Wilder looked the worst he ever was. So I think it's the end for Deontay. Parker was very good. He wasn't usually mainly in the... he was either long range or he would go in, smother Wilder and go in short range. He wouldn't be in the medium range where Wilder can catch you. So that was good by Joseph Parker. Very impressed, but I wasn't surprised, Wilder's a one-dimensional fighter. Now coming on to Anthony Joshua versus Otto Wallin. Very good from Anthony Joshua, but it was very good. He he kept the jab, he moved around, and he was keeping that jab and not just throwing punches, combinations. He would keep the jab. Once he saw a chink in the armor, he would go and throw combinations and then move back and keep the jab. But it was strong jabs. It was stinging jabs, very aggressive and taking authority with that jab. And then he was throwing a lot of right hands in this fight. So that was good from Joshua. And I think he has gained confidence, which is very good. And maybe Ben Davison is a good trainer. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Hope you like and subscribe.